Talk about the president's visit yesterday and his promise for federal assistance as U.S. Senior Senator Mary Landrieu. And what was the message that you took from President Obama's visit?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for what you've done through the storm, and I also want to thank the local elected officials. Spectacular, great coordination. The president's visit was very important yesterday to have his eyes on the actual destruction. We were in St. John Parish, one of the hardest hit parishes, not the only parish that was hit hard. And he said a couple of things. He said the devastation that he saw was extensive. We walked through several neighborhoods that had never flooded. In fact, the parish president told me in all of St. John Parish, there is only one repetitive loss on record. So these are homes that have never flooded. In addition, many people in these subdivisions had left St. Bernard or Orleans or Jefferson after Katrina.
And Mary, that's one of the questions a lot of people are asking. And Natalie Rowbottom, the president of St. John Parish, said she was going to ask the president that because some are saying that maybe the hurricane protection that worked so well here in the city that kept floodwaters out of here may have exacerbated some of the problems in St. John Parish. Although we have not gotten a hurricane like this one since maybe the 40s, which is one of these worst case scenario storms.
And Eric, every time a neighborhood floods, people ask, where did the water come from? And you know what? We will know, because in 30 days, our congressional delegation has asked for an independent study of what exactly happened and how the water came, where it came from, and why it came. So there's no use in speculating about that. We will actually know in 30 to 60 days. But what we do know today is that our hurricane system is not complete. Our hurricane protection, wetlands restoration, that's why we've been working for 15 years, as you know, consistently, determinedly to build a system. The $14 billion that we got after Katrina worked. Now we have to go back and get some additional resources. But as I shared with you, Eric, and both of you the other day, we only have $2 billion in the entire core budget for the entire nation.
Will Congress go ahead and appropriate more money?
Well, that is what I raised to the president yesterday. So not only did the president see the destruction and understand that FEMA and HUD really have to step up to help homeowners and renters get back on their feet with and without insurance or with partial insurance, like a woman yesterday in Laplace. She doesn't have any content insurance. So even if she can get her house back up, mortgage company might take some of the money, and then she's left with what? These are the issues we're going to be working on today. But yes, we are going to fight very hard. But you know what? The president's going to need help. He's going to need help from Republicans as well as Democrats to see where we can find additional money. And we're going to use some of our restore money. That's why I'm very happy we passed it, using some of our restore money and our revenue sharing money. We can't depend just on the Corps of Engineer budget. We've got to get other sources of revenue, which is why I've been fighting and leading a successful battle, I might add, for those additional funds.
What people in Laplace in those areas don't want to hear is the Corps is, and Natalie Rowbottom said they've done the studies. The studies have been done. This is about implementation now.
But you can't implement on air.
Right. No, I get that part. I get it.
You have to implement with money. And what I keep trying to explain to everyone, they think that this Corps of Engineer budget is like a Christmas tree. You just go and take your ornament off and get it. Far from it. We've got to fund it. And so we've been fighting. Now, every president has underfunded the Corps of Engineers. This is not just started with President Obama. But we're going to need congressional help to step up the funding. Again, Louisiana alone could use half of what's in the budget.
We could talk for hours.
We could. We'll be back.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back. Thank you all.
The seat is always open. Thank you.
All right, we have lots